Hey guys, how's it going? Today I'm gonna do a video about a comparison between two of my dress watches. I think most of you would recognize these to be Archie Luxury's dress watches at one point in time, and he still has the Reverso, although he's sold the Calatrava in exchange for his gold Submariner. I was never into dress watches until I started watching the Archie Luxury program, and I just felt that it's such elegant, classy watch that every collection needs a dress watch. And I just didn't really have much experience with dress watches, and I just felt that the watches that he owned were just so spectacular, and I decided to try them out myself. I've owned these watches for a couple years now, and I can tell you that they are both exquisite timepieces. Obviously, it's kind of hard to compare because the Patek costs, almost 3 times as much as the Reverso. But is the Patek 3 times the watch of the Reverso? That's open for debate, right? Obviously, the Calatrava is made out of white gold, which is much more expensive compared to steel. But when you look at these two watches, they're just so beautiful. There's nothing you can take away from the Reverso. If just looking at the watches, right, the dial, I would have to say that the Reverso's dial is a lot more interesting compared to the Patek. Although the Calatrava's MO is supposed to be really elegant and simple, but it's obvious that JLC spent more time making their dials compared to the Calatrava dial, right? So, let's take a look at the dial, the Reverso. There's also a guilloche. Right, it's also a guilloche dial. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, that's better. So it's a guilloche dial, and it's not easy to make. Right, it just takes a lot of time, effort, and skill to produce dials like that. Right, let's take a look at the movements. Of course, Patek has a big gold rotor, and let's see if we can get a better shot of this. But if you look, it's really hard to say that, one is better than the other. I think the Patek is maybe, finished to a slightly higher standard. Right. Oops. To a slightly higher standard, but the Reverso is no slouch. Alright. The Patek is maybe of a slightly higher quality, but is it 3 times the watch of the Reverso? I don't know. You tell me. There's a big chunk of gold, that's for sure. I'm definitely paying some money for that. But it's a beautiful movement. Right? So, that's something to consider. The JLC, the JLC, the finish is really top notch. Let's extremely beautiful, extremely elegant. Of course, the buckles also white gold. Both beautiful. I mean, which one's better value? I feel the Reverso is better value. The Calatrava is, you know, maybe I'm just not quite there yet, but for something that's so expensive and, you know, it's very elegant, right? It's very discreet. It just flies under the radar. It could pass off. It could pass off as a $200 watch. Nobody knows. No one's the wiser, right? Whereas the Reverso, it's very unique. It's definitely more unique than the Calatrava. Although the Calatrava is, yeah, right, is a very prestigious watch. So, you know, which one? Well, which one would I get? Which one do I prefer? Well, I don't know. I mean, the Reverso is such an icon. It's better value, but obviously, if money were no object, you would have to go for the Calatrava. It's just, you know, when you wear it, you know, I think, let's see, I'll wind the Patek for you. Maybe you can hear. It's so smooth. Amazing. Beautiful watches, but, you know, hands down, the Calatrava is such a refined, elegant timepiece, and you know, you have to also be at a certain stage in life where you don't want attention upon yourself, and at the same time, you know what you like, you appreciate the finer things in life, and you don't need all the attention and all the nonsense that comes along with high value items, right? And that's the thing with the Calatrava. It's so discreet, and it only garners attention from people in the know, right? So I love both watches, but I have to say this is the better value watch. But the Calatrava is the watch. So hopefully it kind of makes sense. I enjoy talking about these watches. If any questions, please comment, please subscribe, and that was great. Well, since I have the Reverso right here, if I've also been very interested in the Lange 1, and I was doing some research, and they said that it was developed with the help of JLC. And when you look at this Reverso Grand Date in particular, and you compare it with the Lange 1, you start to notice a lot of similarities, in the sense that everything, right, there's a power reserve, which the Lange has. There's, of course, a date, I think, and a double disc date. And of course, the seconds hand, it's all very similar, right? I think that the Lange 1 was, you know, was built, has something to do with the Grand Date. There's just too many things in common. The only difference is, well, you know, the Grand Date has 8-day power reserve, whereas the Lange only has, I believe, I don't know, 2 or 3 days. And of course, the Lange 1 is made in a precious metal, so those would probably go in excess of 17,000 US dollars, whereas these would only cost about 6,500. A beautiful watch, right? Archie has really good taste, really amazing taste, exquisite taste. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the show.